Hey, my water signs. Divinity Gem's back again. Coming back with the full moon reading to follow up the new moon reading from earlier this month. Been an interesting month from the middle of the month going forward as we're getting towards the end of May. Lots of new energies came through the planet. Uranus, which hadn't been around since 1942, that energy has come back around as well, changing some things, some transitions, and got devil card a lot popping out around my signs. Lots of changes, lots of thought patterns and belief systems being challenged. It's time for some change, you guys. Time for some evolving. That's the word. It's evolution time. And that's when I get that transformation card a lot. The Vision Quest card, as I do use Vision Quest Tarot, about the Great Awakening. As we know, the planet Uranus brings the awakening to our planet. So we did, at least I know a lot of people I know went through a great awakening period. Some are still going through it. Challenges with our families and just the structure of everything as we knew it to be and thought it to be as being challenged, and we're being shown things in a different light. So times are changing and we have to change with it. That's what's going on in most of our worlds right now. Just where any areas where you had blockages are now being addressed and being brought to the forefront for you to deal with them so that you can successfully transition as the planet transitions. So it's not a bad thing in any way. It's all about change, which is always positive. Be afraid of change. So let's see what the full moon energy brings us out. Our water signs, my Pisces, my Cancers, and my Scorpios. I did some pre-shuffling and put intent on these cards before I got on camera for the final three shuffles. And pull a 9-card spread for my water signs. The full moon from May 29th through June 13th, which is the next new moon. See what energy we get for you guys. Right, 9-card spread here. Okay, water signs. First card out was the Shaman card. You know that's a good intuitive card where you have the wolf down below with the moon representing our intuition, and then the wise thinking shaman on the top as this leader with patience and perseverance as he has. The shaman is ready to transition. Something else about this card I remember. I just want to get a final clarity on that. The shaman as well. Something else I do remember on the shaman card I wanted to bring up. You're always supposed to meditate with this card. I know, not wasting energy feeling superficial desires. Yeah, I think that's the one. Where you can be wise enough and know better, and you still are wasting your energy on superficial things because you do believe that it's not going to matter in the long run. Well, if I can just, I know it's kind of superficial and materialistic to want these things, but I'm going to pursue them anyway. Those things are becoming detrimental to us the closer we get and the more we transition with this new energy. So we want to just guard against making sure you're not chasing frivolous things as you have this intuition down there and this wisdom of this wolf and this guidance of this eagle up here that is coming from a spiritual source. Just make sure that you are guarded on the physical things that we sometimes get caught up in that can block that type of wisdom and energy and intuition from doing what we know we should do based off a kind of a want, an ego want. With that shaman energy. So my water signs, just make sure all your intentions are on the up and up. If you're going to use your abilities, then use them for good. If you're going to become emotionally attached to a situation, make sure that you are seeing it through to the end. Just always with a pure heart, and make sure your intentions are always on the up and up. Guard against those tendencies we may have to kind of rationalize, I guess is the word, when we want something that we want. Don't be rationalizing stuff. You got this wisdom and intuition for a reason, and it's there for you to, use it for your spiritual guidance, your embetterment as a person. So definitely with that shaman energy, use the wisdom and the intuition versus chasing or the pursuit of superficial matters. Next card out was the clarity card. Everybody needs this. Everybody needs this. Six of air clarity is when you are not knowing which way to go. This card is saying that it's coming to you after this full moon. So full moon ending after the storm passes, you will receive the clarity that you needed on these situations where you were just kind of sitting back and letting the storm pass and going in hermit mode and waiting to see, you know, what messages you were going to receive as how to proceed with those situations. That clarity is coming to you after this full moon in the next coming weeks. Got this abundance of water. Four of water is the abundance card out. And I'm saying this on another video. This is hard work abundance right here, because you do have those two rivers there flowing, but you still felt the need to build up these four basins of water for those just in case moments. It's a lot of emotion as well with this water, because you already have it streaming down naturally from the mountains. Why do you need to go storing up this? It's also creating and preparing for negative situations sometimes, where we think we're doing ourselves a favor by being prepared for something to go wrong. But in preparing for it to go wrong, you actually manifested it to go wrong. So just guarding against little things like that, our thought patterns, but definitely just having an overflow of emotion sometimes, and you store them up. You don't want them all to unleash at once. You really don't. It's far more easier to go ahead and drink from those two streams than to keep on storing up, carrying water back and forth. These are stored up emotions sometimes. You can play that out in a whole lot of different ways, but I see that as just an unnecessary abundance. When you have what you naturally need already, you don't need to be preparing for a bunch of extra stuff to happen when you already have put in the work to manifest something real. Then let it come to fruition on its own and trust that everything is in divine order. Right? Next card out is the fear card. Got this also in another reading. That anxiety that we have of the unknown, of the next thing to come. If we have gone through any type of situation in the last past weeks, with the passing of the new moon energy, might be a little fearful of what happens next. Is a natural reaction. Sometimes we just have that anxiety towards something that we haven't done yet. We have no safety net of this, no comfort zone for this right now. This is all new area, new water, and it is fearful at times when we go through those new situations. But it's not about not having fear. As I said, fear will always be present, but it's about having that courage to go through it despite the fear. To keep going through it, not to go back to the same old cycle that we've been, but to try a different road this time. So that's what this fear card is. It's not about not having the fear, but we're going to be brave enough and courageous enough to go through the door, the unknown door, and see what's on the other side of it, knowing that everything in divine order is always set up for our greater good. It's never to hurt you, but it's to help you grow as a person. And sometimes those growing pains, we are fearful of them and what's to come next. Just some challenges that make us have to change what's going to come next. Don't be scared of those things, because they are for your greater good. All right. Next card out was grandfather. Comes out, that is the all reliable source right there of wisdom and anything you need basically is there. You stored up some valuable things when you pull out this grandfather card. Your knowing and your intuition and just your wisdom, how he has on the complete crown of feathers for his wisdom. He earned those. Um, he's got the strength down there with his animal, as well as his staff, which leads and guides. Everything he needs is he's well equipped inside that grandfather energy, just the most reliable. If you think of the most reliable source you can ever count on, that's coming through for you guys. So something you might have put some seeds out there and planted that you wanted to grow moving forward, coming with maybe the new moon, and you started a venture. That grandfather energy lets you know it's coming to fruition as well. Something reliable is going to manifest from what you planted out there, with the wisdom and the strength of it. It's going to come to fruition. So only you know what that means to you. Whatever you've been working on hard and trying to manifest, that grandfather energy is a good card to say, yes, you have the clarity already. Um, and though you may be afraid, some of y'all going forward, you did plant those seeds and you deserve to get rewards from what am I trying to say? From the work that you've put in, from the effort that you've given. Um, it's only can return reliable results. Reliable results. Some of us are coming into this energy as well. Also represents that grown man energy when you're coming into knowing what your role is. Some of us could be male or female, but just knowing your position in the circle of life, coming into your own roles as the responsible party or the adult going forward. Sometimes we also get this card for that as well, but I'm feeling like as a whole lot of people have planted a lot of seeds over these last couple of weeks that they're hoping to see which way they're going to come into fulfillment. I feel like this is that grandfather energy, mostly there coming through with just the wise um, way he went about maybe preparing for that next situation to come out and play out. Let's see how that goes for you guys this week and the next coming weeks. Also have the Medicine Man card that come out. The Medicine Man has the intuition once again up top, the healing abilities that he has. There's that elk there that represents change and transformation. He's holding that pipe with spirit, as the smoke also always represents divine source and inspiration and intuition. And then his pouch is there as well, no doubt carrying healing medication for his survival. That medicine man, he has the truth. He has all that he needs from spirit to heal, basically, to heal mankind. That's what he's offering. He wants to give. He wants to share. He wants to heal. So maybe there's somebody that we know has been going through stuff. And as water signs, you are often in the empaths of the zodiac with your emotions. So if you do have these abilities and these gifts to heal your fellow man, this is this energy that you may come into after the full moon, where people need to lean on you a little bit emotionally, because you are usually even tempered and emotional people, though you have the empath and can deeply feel what others feel. They enjoy talking to you for that reason, because you are a healer with your compassion, so to speak. All right. Chaos. This is that shake up. That shake up where your whole world gets rocked and you're going to have to see something differently than you've seen it before. We were just talking about this. It's either coming out in that transformation card, this chaos card, or the change card I get on every sign. Another change is happening, another chaos shake up in your life. This is a lightning bolt strike. You know, it comes in that form, in that way, that out of nowhere hit of energy that just changes something dramatically in your world. So be ready for this, water signs, because you didn't get a whole lot of this energy at the new moon that I remember. I remember my earth signs and my fire signs getting the transitions and the changes the most, the transformation. So look for that coming moment of lightning strike, where something you're going to have to be a little bit shocked over, I guess, is coming. I will say it that way. Something that may shock you just a little bit or a whole lot is coming. It is a lightning bolt strike of change. When you get this chaos card, it throws your whole world um, off, so to speak, out of the routine. It does definitely throw a monkey wrench into the plan. So it's definitely all mental. Definitely about a thought pattern, something that you think or a way that you think that is going to be changed coming in the next couple of weeks after this full moon. And then some of us will get to our joy. After you put in this work, this is the best card you want to see coming out, this joy, this fulfillment. We've put in the work, and instead of manifesting it this way with this abundance. Now, those are a little bit different over there because she is actually basking in that water in the Nine of Swords. It is a joyful feeling. And the storing up that she has because of the way it's flowing, the joyful feeling that she has is the want to share that joy with others. So now this water is refreshing, it's beautiful, it's joyful, and I bask in it. Yeah, she bathing over there naked in the water. She's feeling pretty good about it. She's joyful about it. And because she has that joy, she wants to share this joy with others. It's a contagious type of joy. I'm happy, and I want to show you guys you can be happy. You can feel this refreshed. You can feel this beautiful. I found it. I found joy, and I want to show you guys or share my joy with the rest of you guys. That's that good energy right there. Last card out is the Son of Fire. Son of Fire card. He has inspirational thoughts coming from the heavens. He has a bow and arrow in his hand, but he does not need to use it because it is that mental clarifying moment where you just get it. You get it. And everything you need to know, you're very confident in what you know. You're very confident. So you take this energy and you don't need to use muscle at this point. You need to use your mind at this point. It's going to come in any negative thought that you had about you, any thought pattern that you need to change about what you can accomplish in life. That's going to get better for you with this card right here. It is an inner knowing of who you are and your strengths. And those negative thoughts, they blow away in the wind, it seems, when you have this card. Just as they call it, a fiery wind. It just comes along and blows that negative thought down. And the confidence in you rises because you know you're not going to have to work as hard for this one. You're not going to have to go hunting and shoot down some buffalo or something to maintain this one. This one comes, it seems, effortlessly because it started in the mind. You changed your mind mentally and everything else fell into place once your mindset was right. All right. That is it for my water signs. I hope you guys are ready for this energy, these changes, these transformations. Don't be afraid of them. They are for your betterment. They're for your growth. But just be aware that everybody's going through these changes right now, that the planet itself is changing. It's time for us to adapt and change with it. It's not a scary thing. Though we can get fearful of the unknown, it's always a change for the better. And I hold that part the highest right there, that these changes are always changes for the better. Even when they feel like some growing pains or some tough love changes we have to make, they are always for your betterment. All right. You guys need a personal reading, contact me, www.divinitygems33.com. Till then, I will see you guys at the next moon.